Welcome. Don't adjust your dial. Lofi Poli Sci coming at you on a Friday, people. Yes, indeed. Michael Pickering here, not talking about our famous question, what's going on in the world today? But rather a bit of a conversation inspired by a very awesome lo-fi listener out there, CD. This one's thanks to you. So I was asked, what are my 5 favorite guitar solos of all time? And can we just say what a question, what an excellent question to ask. So here we go, and in no particular order, all right? Any of these could be number 1 or number 5. These are just 5 of my fave. So number 1, Hendrix, the entire Star-Spangled Banner. I mean, there's so much emotion mixed into that for me and for him personally, and it calls to me every time I hear it. The Star-Spangled Banner by Hendrix. Next up, Starway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Likely of all the awesome guitar solos I've ever heard, this was likely the first one I ever experienced. And I even tried to learn it on guitar, and it was, I failed horribly. So hard to play. Such a great solo. Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Next up, going a little bit of a cheat here to a bass line. If you don't know the difference between a bass guitar and a regular guitar, check it out, people. But Tommy the Cat by Primus. And I could have went so many different ways and so many different choices with Les Claypool, the bassist from Primus, and his beautiful, fretless, slap-based lines. So beautiful, I can hear it even now. And I used to play bass growing up, and I used to play a lot of ska, and ska walks and bass lines are so much fun, and I wish I still played. Yes. Tommy the Cat by Primus. Next up, Purple Rain by Prince. And what to say, the best dressed and weirdest, most awesome rocker performer ever. Love him or hate him, he was one of the most talented singer, songwriter, guitarist, performers, all wrapped into one that ever lived. And as much as I dislike the 1980s, Prince is one of the few things I love about the 1980s. So Purple Rain by Prince. And then lastly, most certainly not leastly, Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, the second guitar solo in the song. And if you've never heard this song, this song is so emotional. But if you've ever seen Pink Floyd's The Wall, the movie, when this song plays, what's going on? It just hits close to home in so many different ways. This is such a great song. Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. And that's it, people. If I were asked tomorrow, it could change, perhaps. But on this Friday, this is where we at, with my 5 favorite guitar solos ever. And that's it. I'm out for the weekend. Send in your own top 5 guitar solos out there. We'll read them on air. Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Talk to you Monday, Lofi listeners. Pickering, signing off. A little behind the scenes for all you lo-fi listeners that stuck around. So here we are going into the summer, right? Everything is just all about us. We do what we want, right? So I don't know if we're going to switch back to a 5-episode-a-week schedule. This technically was the first week out of the semester for me in regular classes. Granted, still final exams going on in all my classes, so the semester's not done. But classes are done, and classes are done with the podcast. So what we do here is all about us. And so this week, I decided as first week out, back into the summertime, just focusing on whatever we want to do, let's try back 5 a week. And I do kind of like 5 a week, but it doesn't mean that every week during the summer it's going to be 5 a week. So we just got to kind of wait and see. But also, give me some feedback of what you want to hear this summer, what you want us to talk about. I got a few ideas already, but I'd love to hear what you got to say. Talk to you later, people. A little behind the scenes, it just occurred to me that I have a book I'm supposed to be writing this summer. How am I supposed to podcast 5 days a week if I'm writing a book at the same time and working at the same time? People got to eat, people gots to eat. What are we going to do? 5 days a week, 3 days a week, 1 day a week, 1 day a week, long day a week? Who knows? Right in. A little behind the scenes. If you ever wondered how much work goes into the audio production side and the post-production of the podcast, this should give you a bit of a difference. Peace out.